It's a calm fall evening in 1832, 33. Oh, you can't remember. You were farming corn for your master's family to eat, and you took a bit for your own children. They've been starving recently. Marcus, your friend, and a fellow slave did something weird. He got up and just walked off the plantation. Your master Barrett and another slave by the name of Aramina Ross went after him, and about 2 hours later, they came back with Marcus. Your master was saying terrible things about Marcus just within your reach of hearing. You could hear he was saying he was going to hang him or just beat him until he died. These things made you close your eyes, try and get your mind off of it. A second later, you hear yelling, and it's your master. Your master is yelling at Marcus. Marcus is running. He's trying to escape. You've never seen this happen before in your lifetime, so it's new to you. You see Miss Ross get in between the two of them after a while of chasing. The master screaming at her to move. You almost want to scream too, but you don't. She doesn't move, and the master goes to his only option. He picks up a stone, tries to throw it over her head at Marcus, but he misses. It falls short, way short, and it hits Miss Ross in the head. Hey everyone, welcome back to another episode of Better History. My name is Logan, and today we are talking about Harriet Tubman, or as I call her in that little short part, Aramina Ross. Let's not waste any time and continue talking. So, Harriet Tubman was born Aramina Ross in either 1820 or 1821. Even she doesn't know. She didn't know, sorry. It's pretty interesting to me, but it did happen a lot. It was very common. She was born to Benjamin Ross and Harriet Green, and they had 9 other children. Harriet had 9 sisters and brothers. That's a lot. Her grandmother was a slave imported from Africa. And she could have either been one of the first slaves, which is impossible. That would be her great 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 grandma, or she could be recent. And I'm pretty sure the last few slaves brought in were in 1808, so it was more recent. At the age of 6, Harriet Tubman was taken to another plantation around 10 miles away. She was carried, literally. So the person picked her up and carried her 10 miles away. She went to live with James Cook. That's the man she went to live with, and his wife. His wife was a weaver, somebody who weaved cotton and made shirts and pants out of it. There she learned how to weave. Harriet did. After many, many attempts, and she was terrible at it. She never wanted to learn. But she did. She did not like the mistress. She actually hated her. So much so that when she entered her teens, she was sent to work out as a field hand. The mistress was like, yo, I don't like her. Get her out of my house. Take her, put her on the field. Make her do the men's work. So yeah. And that is where she received the nearly fatal wound that we talked about earlier. If you look at a photo of her, which you should see about now if I'm good enough at editing, one side of her face is actually drooping down a little bit, which is interesting. That's where she got hit, and she suffered permanent brain damage. It's gotta suck, and it's kind of motivational. She did all this stuff, and she was hit in the head with a stone, and she still did all of it. She had brain damage. She still did all of it. She had fainting spells where she would just randomly fall asleep, and then 2 minutes later she would wake up and just continue the conversation like she didn't fall asleep. And that's got to be hard to deal with when you're trying to save hundreds of people from slavery. Anyway, when she just tried to escape, she was around 27 years of age. It was said that she knew her mother would raise an uproar and try to prevent her from escaping. Harriet, she believed that it wasn't her mother's time yet to escape, and that she would come and get her later when it was a better time, I guess. That's what it is. As she wanted to give some intimation, to everyone she was going to leave behind. She also wanted to give them a goodbye. And she did it by song. Now, I'm not gonna sing it, because my singing voice is terrible. But, yeah, I'm no Celine Dion, so I will say it, though. I'm not gonna sing it. So here we go. When the old chariot comes, I'm going to leave you. I'm bound for the promised land. I'm going to leave you. I'll meet you in the morning, safe in the promised land, on the other side of Jordan, bound for the promised land. Now, these songs had hidden meanings, and the uninitiated knew nothing about. So, I don't know anything about the hidden meanings. Harriet started her journey knowing, quote, not knowing whither she went. The only thing that she knew, she wrote, was that she was going to follow the North Star. And I'm going to end that right there. I'm going to leave you guys on a cliffhanger. Yeah, this is an amazing story. This is one of my favorite stories. Probably this than the John Brown ones. We might do two more episodes, maybe even 3, but at the least 2. I hope you guys enjoyed it. If you do, like, subscribe, share, follow, all the good stuff. Trying to teach the world history, doing the best I can. Thank you guys so much for listening. Hope you enjoyed, and I will see you next week. Ooh, whoa, hold on. Yeah, that was bad. I will see you next week to continue an amazing story of Harriet Tubman. Day or night, have a good one. See you guys.